wearing them, but a lot of them opting just for the traditional sluggos and cap.
Call me old-fashioned. Cohen, Allen, Dyers, Bowden, over the page, Smith, Whiteman, Wilkie, Mercer, Eckstein and Coates. Leonard, Huitenga, Hanson, Jones, Kai Hurst and Nicholas Cuthbert. Payet, Lay, Cummins, Poole, Mosel and Bird. And our top 30, Malcolm Allen, former Olympian, Fennell, Nisbet, Stock, Martin Trent and Hayden Smith. That's our line-up for the Men's Open Surf Race Championship. Away now.
Well, it looks like Nathan Smith there has taken a tactical move and gone up to the right-hand side of the screen to try and get out across that bank before the other guys, but they're all away there. That was Kai Hurst from Curraway diving out of the water there, all trying to negotiate across that gutter and get onto the bank.
Plenty of Northcliffe caps amongst them. Swansea Belmont on there, Mooloolaba, City of Perth competitors. The top 30 ocean swimmers in Australia heading towards that outer set of black and white cans as they head across that bank. And we can see some Northcliffe caps and a Mooloolaba cap doing well.
Nathan Poole from Mooloolaba there heading out. But the guys are starting to get a bit deeper on the bank and they're really struggling. They're just getting enough to get a dolphin dive in. But that's Chris Allen out in front there, and he's got a handy lead straight up.
Well, Chris Allen is the defending champion in the men's open surf race, and he is leading them out. He doesn't want to get caught, particularly on that first can where you can get caught in a washing machine. Your stroke is interrupted. If you get to that first can first, you can really open up a lead.
You can, and you really get belted. And they have changed over the years, of course. They used to have to turn at that can there and do a 90-degree turn. Now they go out to that back set of cans where they're heading, and it just takes a bit of the angle out and it makes it a little bit easier. But there's still no beg your pardons when it gets to that turning can.
Curraway caps now on the feet of the Cronulla cap. Those Curraway caps, Kai Hurst, Sean Dyas well placed as we ride now with Allen.
Chris Allen, nice clean turnaround there, and that's what we're saying. He'll be able to get away there, but not too far, because Kai Hurst is just coming around now in about fourth spot. Bo Cummings coming through there as well from Northcliffe.
So back with our leader, and it is still the defending champion, who also won the World Championship last year, and he certainly wants to defend this title, doesn't he? He comes from a great pedigree of ocean swimmers. His father is a former Ironman champion of Australia. His brother Hayden is an up-and-coming Ironman. So the Allen tradition continuing.
It is. Sean Dyce there. That's Kai Hurst with the yellow hat on the right of screen, but just there Sean Dyce was coming around on the inside.
Sean Dyce, the South African, member of the South African national team, also figuring in the placings at the moment. A City of Perth cap round as well. Nathan Smith not out of it along with James Cohen. Mal Allen now starting to make a move. That blue and yellow quartered cap, a former Olympian from Atlanta. And come back towards the beach. Now Kai Hurst now starting to make a move in the yellow cap closest to the screen.
The boys are coming into the break area now, and what's been happening all day, you've got to get in there first, give yourself every opportunity to get these waves, otherwise the back marker's been coming through. Kai Hurst has stopped for a minute, he's turning around to backstroke, and he's just pulling onto this wave.
So Hurst is on this wave. Dyer, Smith, Cohen, Allen and Allen are all on it, surfing their way back to the beach. Northcliffe cap closest to us. That could be Nathan Smith at the bottom of the screen. Kai Hurst at the top of the screen. Hurst is up. Hurst is now lifting his legs. He cannot do it again, surely. This will be the all-time record. Kai Hurst has now won 6 Open Surf Race Championships of Australia. That has been one of the longest standing records in the books.
Kai, you timed that right in perfectly.
Yeah, Tom, it was one of those things. I think, Shannon, Pearce and myself had a bad spot on the beach. The left-hand side got out so fast. Chris Allen just flew and, basically as soon as we got through that first break, I put my head up and it was just a matter of trying to catch that front pack.
Nice to be back competing for surf.
Yeah, I'm almost there. Obviously this weekend's all been surf races. But obviously next year I'd love to pick up the craft again and have a race around with those Ironmen.
Wouldn't that be great to see Kai Hurst amongst the Ironman again? He now needs 2 hands to count his surf race titles.
And what a record that is. That's a record that's Gemma Newbiggen's and Dylan Newbiggen's grandfather's Bob, but since the 1940s. That's a magnificent effort.
Yeah, Bob Newbiggen, well, it's been beaten by the best, some would say. Coming up, the ski